And I've probably debated the issue more than anybody else in the past 4 years. And I enjoy debating. And I'll tell you, I've had a good run debating this issue. Why? Because I don't always have so many facts and so much common sense behind my arguments as I have when we talk about telemedicine and lowering the barriers to usage of it. It's silly. I don't think there's any better word for it. It's silly to treat the VCPR as some wall that you have to climb up and get over and, quote, earn the privilege of a veterinary relationship by going into the clinic when you acquire a pet or adopt a pet. And why we wouldn't treat the VCPR like a door that we open and say, welcome, come on into the pet healthcare system. How can I help you? There's no evidence, none whatsoever, that telemedicine care leads to negligence, leads to injuries or death for a pet compared to in-clinic care. So it's all theory that's raising these walls, if you will, and the more you poke, which is part of a lawyer's job, the more you realize there's nothing behind those arguments. I just see it as something that makes so much sense, and it's going to ultimately take those 40% of pet owners that aren't coming in to see veterinarians and make it easier for them to get started. And then when they need to come in, guess what? They'll come in, and that's what the evidence shows us. Human medicine experienced the same thing over a long track record where many people resisted its adoption, fearful of it, or simply not wanting to become part of the technology wave, if you will, back in the day. And we've seen the same thing in the first 4 years of veterinary medicine's engagement with virtual care. And so it's important to have a group with the expertise that we've assembled that can be at the table and focus and frankly meet practitioner demand and ultimately meet pet owner demand, that they want to utilize virtual diagnostic communication tools as part of their whole package of getting veterinary care for their pets. The truth is, we're not doing this commercially, we're volunteers, and it's fun to kind of take a great profession and great industry that has been uncertain about this and therefore not sure if they can take the first steps, and frankly say, to hell with it, we'll take the first steps. Let's create this organization. Let's make it easy to join. Let's produce content that's easy to access and see if we aren't right, that people will enjoy it and come back again and again. And I think we're going to see tremendous growth in the organization. It'll take 2, 3, 4 years. It took 30 years in the human space, but we're patient. And I think that innovative and fearless probably best describes what we're trying to do here.